in San Francisco, foggy, somewhat misty, 57. Same weather day after day during August, September, and a little bit of October. And as the months go on, the fog raises higher and higher and becomes less of it kind of keeps us cool from the hot August, September heat waves that come in. And this year, it's doing a really nice job. We haven't even had one heat wave. In another month and a half to 2 months, we won't have to worry about them. So today we're going to be talking about users of electricity and how one particular item uses over 20% of all electricity. And what is that item? Fans and air conditioning. Percentage of households with air conditioning: Japan 90%, US 88%, South Korea 82%, China 62%. They've had a huge increase in air conditioning. Mexico 10%, India only 5%. Now look at the population of India and the rest of the country and how hot India gets. They regularly have that hot season that hearing voices. It's not in my head either. So India, because they have so much smog, because their auto industry is not regulated very well, and neither is their industry that they have, so they pollute a lot of particles. And India is losing a large swath of their population because of air pollution poisoning. Well, let it be said that India is trying. India has invented the tower. It has 40 giant fans in it. It can pump 1,000 cubic meters of air per second through the filters. What are the filters? These are clean air filters. They're trying to literally clean the outside air. It takes 1/2 of the harmful particles out of the air. So if you have a air pollution day of, let's say, 10, and you have that, it's only 5. Then you can live with that while you keep the towers running, and they'll keep having it. You know what I mean? It keeps bringing the air pollution down. Now, if it's windy, obviously the towers have no chance of working. It will cover a radius of 0.4 square miles, not even a square mile per tower. Now, this is an experiment that India is trying. They say if it's any type of a success at all, they're going to put towers all over the cities. They're fairly cheap to build. In 2020, 1.67 million people died of air pollution in India alone. In 2019, 17,500 deaths from air pollution in Delhi alone. So there you go. That's just the use of air conditioners and a nation trying to do something about it with the little money they have. What a great idea. Filter, an outside filter with 40 giant fans sucking air in, filtering the air. And now the question is how much electricity does this unit use compared to how much is taken out of the air, if you know what I mean? If it's using electricity, which it is, then how much of that electricity was made by fossil fuels and how much of it counteracts what the towers are doing because they're just pumping pollution out over here where they're cleaning it over there. See, that's the question, is how efficient is it? I couldn't find anything on that. Still, pretty good idea. If they could run it off of renewables, that would help, because then you just have to worry about what built the renewables, how much fossil fuel the renewables used to become renewables, and how much efficiency will they take out as much pollution as was put in the air making them over their lifetime. It's always a question, isn't it? I wanted to mention what happened here in the U.S. and the state of Tennessee, where 22 deaths have been recorded at the filming of this, of a flash flood that happened through parts of Tennessee. And I'm noticing the same thing in Italy. They had their flash flood. And I'm noticing it in other countries as well. Aren't we all, or are we tuning it all out? It seems like almost every storm is becoming a major issue, like a hurricane, but in miniature. And it's just plowing through, and if it isn't a storm, it's a firestorm over here on the West Coast, where fires are raging away. We've been very lucky this year. San Francisco's very, very little fire smoke. Mostly good, clean air because it's coming off of the Pacific Ocean. After fire smoke goes in the air, the smoke that's in the lower parts of the atmosphere usually falls back to earth as soot. But the smoke that's way up high can get up in there and stay up in the air for over 100 years. But more than likely, most of the fire smoke from every fire is back on the ground within 5 to 6 years. But some of it stays there for 100 years. And factory smoke, now that's different. That can be made up of different gases which will stay in the atmosphere longer and cause real trouble, like CFCs. It almost looks like it's going to start to clear up over this way, and the sun may come out. We had no sun at all yesterday, hardly at all. Kind of overcast, dreary. Never did get very warm, 60s. So I definitely appreciate all the people that have been watching my channel over the years. The ups, the downs, definitely the subscribers and the commenters are the best. Love to see the comments. What's your thoughts on climate change and what we can do about it? As you can see, India's trying. Can we do the same thing here in the U.S.?